Did changes in the mortgage laws in 2010 affect that process? Mortgage industry veteran Doug Haldeman with Cherry Creek Mortgage is here now to talk about some of the new rules for the new year. Good morning to you.
Thanks for coming in.
First of all, we know that the first-time home buyer's credit has been extended for people, and we're talking $8 grand?
That's right, $8,000 for first-time home buyers and $6,500 for existing homeowners.
Now, a lot of the what's going into effect is put there to help out the person who is borrowing, everybody who's viewing out there. But they need to keep certain things in mind.
Absolutely, and one of the biggest things they have to keep in mind right now are some of the changes that are going to come into effect on January 1st are going to be the most sweeping changes, regulatory changes to the mortgage industry in the last 30 years.
30 years.
So the good faith estimates that are given at loan application and also the settlement statements, the HUD-1 statement given at closing, are going to be completely overhauled in an effort to protect consumers starting on January 1st. So there are going to be several things that consumers are going to have to watch out for in that process to make sure they don't get caught in the middle.
When we were discussing this story yesterday, we talked with somebody who was applying for a loan. I think it was to refinance their home or something. And I understand that lenders have to check the credit rating, and every time it gets checked, the rating goes down. How does that help a borrower?
Well, actually, if they apply for several different loans within a 14-day period of time, no matter how many times they have their credit pulled, whether it's a mortgage or if they're shopping for an auto, it only counts as one inquiry on their credit report. So that actually won't lower their credit as long as they do it within a 14-day period of time.
Gotcha. Okay, that's good to know.
Are you looking forward to these changes, or is it going to make your job more difficult?
Well, it'll certainly make our job more difficult, but that's with any kind of change. And we know that in the end, we are consumer advocates, and in the end it will be good for the consumer. It's going to help them shop for loans better. It's going, in typical government fashion, they've simplified the good faith estimate and they've gone from one-page form to a three-page form.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Typical government fashion, but in the end, it will summarize all those charges into 3 different blanks where they'll have the adjusted origination fees, which is basically your typical origination fee, your underwriting, your processing, and those will be zero tolerance. So now loan officers and lenders are going to be held a lot more accountable for the fees that they charge. They have to estimate it correctly up front.
Right.
And they have to deliver on that at closing.
We don't want another one of those.
That means that closing is going to take a lot longer, Randy.
Well, you know, sign your name. But what about one thing that I want to know about is interest rates. Are they going to hold steady through 2010, do you think?
No, I don't think they will. I think that the interest rates that we're seeing right now, I personally think are going to be the lowest interest rates that we could see in any of our lifetimes. Okay, it's a perfect storm that have lowered interest rates, that the Fed's been artificially keeping interest rates low by buying mortgage-backed securities. They have $1.25 trillion. They've committed to that through the first quarter of 2010, and when that buying stops, they'll quit artificially holding the market up, and we're going to see interest rates start to climb.
Second quarter?
Well, it actually will probably start to happen before the second quarter.
In the first, okay.
Right, we've even started to see increases within the last week.
So buy your houses now is basically what you're saying.
Yes.
Doug is going to be taking part in a home buyer's educational workshop where you can learn more tips about how to take advantage of that government home buying money and understand the mortgage rates, the new lending guidelines, and the best way to search for homes.
Yeah, that workshop's going to be held on Saturday, January 23rd. You have a little time from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. at Cherry Creek Mortgage Company. That is located in Chesterfield on North Outer 40 Road. The cost is absolutely free.